Well, to wrap the show up this week, I visit the York Street Farmers Market. We are so fortunate here in the Ottawa area to have so many farmers markets to enjoy. Of course, there's the Parkdale Farmers Market, down in the Byward Market. It's really an opportunity for us to help our local farmers. They have some of the most beautiful produce in the world, and I encourage you to get out and shop local.
Ottawa Markets was created by the City of Ottawa to help rejuvenate the outdoor markets program in Byward and Wellington West, where we have the Parkdale Market. And so we set to work on bringing in the right team with the right experience and reaching out to local vendors and local farmers, because we knew when we did a survey of our customers that was the one thing that was really important to them, both at Byward and in Parkdale, is to start bringing back that local product. And that's what you can see behind us here at the York Street Farmers Market. We put in place a Farmers First policy, which means that we will deal with farmers from the region first. And we're going to give them priority in terms of placement. They're going to have reduced fees in coming to the market. We've also made it free for any farm that's been in operation for under 2 years. The market also put in place a BIPOC initiative, which is a Black, Indigenous, and Peoples of Color initiative, which provides grants and support opportunities for folks from those communities to come on out to the market to reduce systemic barriers that have existed. As a farmer's market, we can have a variety of vendors here, from an artisan to a microprocessor who's taking local ingredients and putting them into a product in a kitchen and selling that, to breweries and distilleries this year, which were changes that the province put in place, which allowed us to bring in a few of those vendors as well, which I think is a nice surprise for people sometimes at 9 in the morning after a pandemic. But it's been going really well, and you know, some of the breweries have been pretty appreciative, because for them, whether it just be doing delivery or curbside pickup, it gives them an opportunity to come back out and talk with their customer and talk about, you know, what makes their product so special. Throughout the market, the health and safety protocols that you're going to see, masks are still required. That is obviously the case, and you'll see a number of signs noting that around the area. We've got a number of hand sanitizer units, I call them droids, throughout the area that you can sort of just grab a pump or a squeeze wherever you go. As well, all of our vendors are required to have hand sanitization at their station as well. And then in terms of payment, priority payment is given to tap. We are accepting cash, but that'll be done where you put your cash in a bucket, slide it to the vendor, they'll put clean change in and give that back to you. So we're doing everything we can while people get their vaccines and we slowly get back out there to make it a safe environment. But what we've also had to do is reduce the number of vendor spaces we have in the market by 50%. This ensures that we can guarantee that our vendors are going to have that distance, that we can, you know, have a little bit better flow around the market. But what we also did was, as I said, we created the York Street Farmers Market, which is just microprocessors and local producers only, and that's on Saturdays. In Parkdale, we launched the Night Market, which is bringing a lot of the same content, but in the evening, and residents are sort of spilling out into the park. So we're looking at what we're doing as trying to support, create, and enhance public space for the residents of the city. It's been great. You know, the community, which is what this market is here for, and then as tourism comes back, obviously we'll welcome all visitors. But the response has been really great. The community's come on out, they're speaking with their wallets and their dollars, which obviously at the end of the day, we want a great experience, but it needs to be a valuable economic opportunity for the vendors who are coming out. So the community's been great, both here in Byward, Lower Town area, and Wellington West, where the Parkdale Market is. I think for Byward in particular, also for Parkdale, we knew we had to do a lot of work to rebuild the market program. Then the pandemic comes, and that just adds a whole nother layer of challenges. And I think like any business or any corporation or anybody really working or operating in this city, you have to think about what you're going to do and how you're going to move forward. And you saw businesses in this area do that. You've seen the Best of Byward boxes, where a number of businesses have come together and put products that you can buy online. So for us, we took the opportunity to re-engage with some of those local farmers, rethink where we were putting our markets, so that when you come here, you're having a great time in the public market, but there's a variety of different markets that you're going to experience, from the farmers to the artisans to performers, and it's all going to come together over the next number of years, supported by what's called the Public Realm Plan that the city approved, which is a $130 million plan to reinvigorate the infrastructure in this area. What you're going to see over time, I hope, is, again, a more polished market product. When you see our Ottawa Markets logo, or when you know that you're coming to an Ottawa Market space, you know it's going to be a quality space that supports farmers, supports local artisans, and supports performers in a way that creates a positive space. That's really one of the things that we're really trying to encourage. There's a lot more positivity down here. We want to make valuable connections with the social agencies that are here, because really it's a community solution. Ottawa Markets isn't going to move the entire area forward ourselves. We need to make sure that we're bringing everybody here. And really, you know, we've got a market set up around us. We're going to really create sort of a community market feel altogether.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of Operation Support Local. Keep supporting those local small businesses and organizations, in particular our local charities as well. Just a reminder, during these difficult times for our Indigenous Canadians across the country, they just want you to listen. Just take a moment to listen and learn more about their culture, and of course about the hurt that they've gone through over decades and decades here in this country, and support your local Indigenous artists. I'm Derek Fage, and thanks for watching Operation Support Local.